ride a mule train. So in America, early American pioneer time.
Daddy, I want the bag of
Okay, you're not gonna have it because you're not being good. Sit down. In your seat, straight up. Take a nap. Okay, so American Pig. What happened is, late 1700, early 1800, there's a pioneer man. His name is David Crockett. David Crockett, honorable man. He make a friend with a Native American. He have empathy for poor people. He's a mountain man. Now, later on, when Davy gets a little bit famous, people know who he is because he helped so many people. People that were starving, he'd give food. He'd go around and he helped the Native Americans negotiate terms with those in power. Unfortunately, white men have a very good ammunition, very good firepower. But anyway, later on, David Crockett is very famous. So he gets elected to the Congress in the United States for Greene County, Tennessee. Now, during this time, those in power, imagine the Bushes now. But those in power, they manipulate Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson is a racist. He's a racist pig. He's on the $20 bill. His home is called Hermitage outside of Nashville. And for me at least, and I would teach this to my students if I did have students, Andrew Jackson was a POS. If you don't know what that is, you could look it up. He's a real POS, a racist POS. And they had something called the Indian Removal Act. And what happened with the Indian Removal Act, it went before Congress and Congress turned it down. But Jackson said, nope, we're going to do it anyway. And what happened was the Trail of Tears. They sent all the Cherokee, they rounded up all the natives, and they made them walk, women, children, elderly, to Oklahoma. Now, our history numbers are not correct. Howard Zinn gives a more accurate description in his People's History of the United States. It'll say 10,000 people marched and a fraction of them died. But this is not true. Thousands and thousands and thousands. It's genocide, folks. Those that did make it there, maybe they're stronger for it, but you think they're not harboring ill feelings. And this is when David Crockett said before Congress, y'all can go to hell. I'm going to Texas, because Texas was not yet a state. He went to the Alamo, of course. Him, Jim Bowie, Last Stand, get themselves killed. And then another famous Tennessean became the governor of Texas later. His name is Sam Houston. He was from Maryville, Tennessee, outside of Knoxville. Now, he too was run off by Tennessee's power play government. And he became a hero at the Battle of San Jacinto for avenging the Alamo and Santa Anna and all that stuff. But Crockett is known, kind of like Boone, for wearing the hat like this. Boone was older than Crockett. There are movies about both men. The Wilderness Trail is interesting with Boone because it begins in my hometown in Tennessee on Long Island, what the natives called Cha-Kna-See, the meeting place. And you can look that up. I'm not bullshitting you, even though Boris has a BSA. Really not bullshitting you. I'm a history major. I know history. I'm interested in history. And the POSs out there, and you know who you are. If you're watching this and you're a POS, put you on blast, American Pig. But Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier, y'all can go to hell. I'm going to Texas.